Europe is full of destinations that look like they're plucked straight out of a storybook. More than often, however, it's the big culture-driven cities like Paris and Rome that get all the attention. But in between the large metropolitan cities and landmarks are hundreds of vibrant towns in Europe with populations smaller than the line of the Eiffel Tower. Their petite size and population aside, they still offer the same great architecture and beautiful natural surroundings as their metropolitan counterparts. In this video, we have curated a list of 10 fairy tale towns in Europe for a magical escape. From a town named the best place in sustainable development to the home of a crystal vial reputed to hold a drop of Christ's blood, we've got you covered. Stay strapped and let the adventure begin. Bled, Slovenia. Located on the southern foot of the Karawanks mountain range near the border with Austria, Bled is Slovenia's most popular tourist attraction thanks to the town's continuous advocacy for green tourism. To reciprocate these efforts, Bled was awarded the Gold Label of the Green Scheme of Slovenian Tourism in 2021, as well as the 2019's Green Destinations Award for being the second best place in sustainable development in Europe. Although Bled is jam-packed with amazing attractions, the absolute showstopper is Lake Bled. This incredibly beautiful lake is surrounded by gorgeous mountains and wooded hillsides, making it one of the most beautiful alpine resorts in Europe. In the middle of the lake is a romantic island where the historical church of the Holy Mother of God stands. On the northern side of the lake is a 17th century Bled castle, which gives you a picturesque view of the entire lake. If you are an activity-minded traveller who loves hiking, biking and kayaking, there are plenty of places to visit, including Triglav National Park, Mala Ozanica Hill, Oystriza, Postojna Caves and Vintgar Gorge hiking trails. Freiburg, Germany. Established in 1120, Freiburg is one of the oldest towns in Germany and a popular destination for tourists and travellers alike. Located in southwest Germany's Black Forest, the city is widely renowned for its Bachelor, which are small water-filled channels lining the city streets, providing a cooling effect during hotter summer days. If you are visiting the city with your family, take time to enjoy the charms of these urban rivers as you learn about the history of the medieval water system. Freiburg is also home to multiple historical buildings, including the medieval Cathedral St. Martin's Church, the City Gates, Columbi Palace, the Whale House, and Natural History Museum. If it's partying that you are after, the city has a vibrant events calendar that keeps locals and visitors entertained throughout the year. Some of the top events in the city include night flea markets, colour carnival parades, and Philharmonic Orchestra concerts. And since the city centre is accessible only to pedestrians and cyclists, you'll have ample time to capture memorable moments. Thanks to its impressive selection of regional food, Freiburg is a fantastic choice for gourmands. The local cuisine relies on simple but wholesome ingredients, and you just can't leave without trying Spatzer, Bregeler, and Kirschenmichel, among other local dishes. Ivoire, France. Located on the southern French shores of Lake Geneva, Ivoire is a small romantic town with a population of a mere 1,000 people. But don't let the small population deceive you, as the town is always packed with tourists from all over Europe and beyond. What's so interesting about Ivoire is that it has managed to completely preserve its medieval look. The town gates, walls, cobblestone streets and the 14th century castle are absolute showstoppers when visiting the city. Whilst exploring the city's architecture is an experience in itself, what makes the experience more interesting are all the flowers blooming from every single windowsill and balcony in spring and summer. And if you are a sports person, a nature lover or a sailing amateur, Lake Geneva is an excellent place to explore. Enjoy the lake on a boat ride or a swim as you marvel at the surrounding mountains against the sun's rays reflecting on the water. In the evening, take time to explore the multiple cafes and restaurants within the city and try local cuisines. There are also plenty of boutiques, studios, art galleries and souvenir shops where you can purchase items to bring back home. Positano, Italy. deluxe, Instagrammable and more than a little dashing. Positano is a famous village located on the UNESCO-listed Amalfi coast in Italy. The first thing you will notice as you explore Positano, aside from the great natural beauty, is the steepness. The town is smacked right onto a very steep slope, dotted with pastel-coloured houses cascading down the mountain into the sea. You can begin your adventure at the top of the street by visiting the little yellow church of the Rosary. Swing by the church of Santa Maria Assunta. Midway divert to medieval crypt remains and culminate your sightseeing adventure at the Path of the Gods on the Amalfi beach. For swimming and diving activities, you can take a walk to the Fornillo beach, which has a laid-back vibe and is home to popular beach bars. A trip to any part of Italy would be incomplete without mentioning food, and Positano is not an exception. You can make a pit stop for food at the local food stands and restaurants and enjoy a variety of cuisine ranging from the typical and traditional to more elaborate. Bremen, Germany, officially known as Freihasenstadt Bremen or Free Hanseatic City of Bremen. Bremen is one of Germany's popular and most important cities. Located in northwest Germany along the Weser River, this vibrant city is an important cultural centre, boasting numerous top attractions and plenty of fun activities to indulge in. There's no better way to get to know Bremen than exploring the city's historic old town, Altstadt, which is the heartbeat of the city. Here there are plenty of places to visit, including Bremer Rathaus Town Hall, Roland Statue, the St. Petri Dom Bremen Cathedral, Schnorr Quarter, and the newest kid in the city, the Universum Bremen. Most importantly, the city is pedestrian friendly, making it easier to explore on foot. If you are after the happy highs, Bremen is also popular among connoisseurs for its extremely pure beer, the Becks, German wines on the medieval vaults of the Rathaus, and aromatic coffee. In fact, Bremen is home to the first place in the world to serve coffee in a cup. For the party animals, key events in the city's cultural calendar include the Freimarkt, the country's largest fun fair and one that has taken place here almost continuously since 1036. Also fun is catching a concert by the International Youth Symphony Orchestra of Bremen. Tellaro, this small fishing village, is perched on a cliff on the east coast of the Gulf, La Spezia, in Liguria, and is one of Italy's best kept secrets. The first thing you'll notice about the town is the maze of tiny little lanes and passageways, which can tempt even the most reluctant tourist to start exploring immediately. The city centre of Tellaro is packed with beautiful cottages decked out in flowers, small shady squares, and an attractive seafront area on a small rocky peninsula. As well as the city centre, you will most certainly want to spend time exploring different historical sites, including the picturesque harbour of Lerici, Cesana Fortress, and the marble-producing city of Carrara. Obviously, the city's right on the Mediterranean, and there are lovely beaches where you can take a dive or swim, including the Fiascarino Beach. Portmeirion, Wales. Well known as the location for the 1960s cult TV series, The Prisoner, Portmeirion is a multi-award-winning tourist attraction that looks like something out of a fever dream. Located just outside the Snowdonia National Park boundaries in North Wales, this Italian-inspired village was designed by Sir Clough Williams Ellis in the early 20th century, and it allows you to experience a slice of Italy on the bracing Welsh coast. Start your adventure exploring the village's iconic architecture, vast ornamental gardens, fancy fountains, and the giant chess set. Once done, wander along the stunning coastal path at the edge of the village and soak up the scenery of the Duarid estuary before circling back through a subtropical forest dubbed the Gwilt. While at it, don't forget to swing by the elegant Japanese garden with its pagoda and lily pad carpeted lake. And whilst Portmeirion isn't a place where adrenaline thrives, you'll definitely find exciting spots for vintage North Wales excitement, including Lechwed Slate Caverns in Snowdonia and Porthmadog Activity and Riding Centre. Brasov, Romania. Christened Romania's most romantic city, Brasov is a popular Romanian ski resort and an important tourist centre nestled in the Carpathian Mountains. The city has an interesting history, fascinating architecture and medieval Saxon walls. There are plenty of sites to visit, including the Gothic-style Black Church, Brasov Art Museum, Solomon's Rocks and the Hollywood-style Brasov sign. Brasov is also a dream for visitors that like to hike, with a variety of hiking routes to suit walkers of all abilities. One of the easier walks locally is the historic city walls, where you can marvel at the city's history, or Stavrol Massif and Tampa Mountain. A short bus trip from the town is Poiana Brasov Resort, where you can indulge in skiing, snowboarding and sledging at Poiana. What's more, the resort caters even to the kids, so you don't have to worry when travelling with the kids. For an authentic dining experience, be sure to visit the beautiful Council Square and enjoy an outdoor dining experience. The square has a fantastic vibe and is a great place to enjoy a few beers or a meal. Mittenwald, Germany. Mittenwald is a popular summer and winter resort in the Bavarian Alps on the edge of the Karwendel Alpine Park and just north of the Austrian border. The city has plenty of history to explore, including the Middle Ages markets, glaciers and river commerce, but perhaps the biggest export of Mittenwald is its master violin makers, with the most famed son of the soil being Matthias Klotz, who brought the art of making divine instruments back to Mittenwald. It shouldn't come as a surprise that this little sleepy village is known as the village of 1,000 violins. One must-see place in Mittenwald is the dreamy Neuschwanstein Castle, which is located an hour and a half away by car from the village. In the unlikely event that sightseeing is not your thing, you can experience the Alpine Alma tribe tradition by watching the hundreds of cows clang through the narrow village streets from summer in the Highlands. Just don't try tipping them. Food and beer are an essential part of visiting any German town, Mittenwald included. Take advantage of the multiple traditional restaurants in Mittenwald, but don't miss the local Mittenwalder Brewery, the proud producer of Germany's highest brewery. Bruges, Belgium. Also known as the Venice of the North, Bruges is the capital of West Flanders in northwest Belgium and is popular for its cobbled streets, canals and medieval buildings. The city attracts 2 million visitors annually, and it's not uncommon to come across the ant-like line of tourists streaming out from Bruges' sprawling railway station every morning. Take time to visit Bruges' most distinctive landmark, the 16th century Belfry building, and see a carillon of 47 bells hanging in the tower. Once done, climb the 366 steps for an unobstructed view of the city. From the Belfry building, swing by the market, which is located at the very heart of the city. The bustling market is flanked by the 18th century neo-Gothic Provincial Hof building on the eastern side, the 15th century Huisbuschut on the western side, and the 1488 Cranenborg building on the right-hand corner. 30 minutes from the market is the Basilica of the Holy Blood next to Borg Square, and the church is renowned for the crystal vial reputed to contain a drop of Christ's blood brought back from the Holy Land by Dietrich of Alsace in 1149 on his return from the Second Crusade. For the most relaxing sightseeing experience in Bruges, the top thing to do is hop aboard one of the tourist cruise boats. The boat cruise route runs right through the heart of Bruges between the Begginghof and Jan van Eyck Square, with great views of the canal side architecture all the way. Which of these towns did you like the most? Drop your comments below and we will be happy to sample them.